Welcome to all the Aquarius rising signs of the zodiac to your June 2025 astrology. I'm Cosmic Girl. Trust you're doing well, and thank you for being here. The astrology is really quite optimistic in the month of June. We will take it as above, so below. A few challenging days, but the astrology is, pretty uplifting. I like it. Okay, so what's happening for you as an Aquarius rising sign this month? So we'll talk about your chart ruler, which is Saturn. For the whole month, your chart ruler is staying put in your natal third house, being Aries. And Saturn in Aries in your natal third house is a fantastic month for networking, uh, seeking out people, places, and faces in your environment that are inspiring and youthful and get your adrenaline pumping. And that natal third house is siblings, travel, and education. So for you, maybe education and travel is more predominant in the month of June, where you're seeking out optimistic paths forward for yourself. Where can you capitalize on extending your reach through learning and travel and your local community? So, seeking out a daily environment that keeps your adrenaline pumping is really your focus for the month of June, because your chart ruler Saturn being in that youthful zodiac sign of Aries. Aries is all about where's the adrenaline, where's the fun, where's the inspiration, where do I need to go to get my cups filled? So your chart ruler being there in that natal third house of Aries indicates that astrologically that your local community and getting out and about bodes well for you, where you can really step into a space that feels youthful and optimistic and future oriented. So that's what you're seeking in the month of June. Who and what ticks your boxes, and how do you keep that train going on the daily? So that's what's happening for your chart ruler Saturn in the month of June. He's going to be in youthful Aries in your natal third house. So if you're ready to extend your reach, then this transit bodes well for you to get your name on the map and get out there and get curious about life. All right. So, we are now going to go through the month of June and what's going on astrologically, but primarily your chart ruler Saturn in the natal third house. That's your focus, even though there's this other wonderful astrology going on. Just keep in your back pocket. You're seeking out inspiration, seeking out a new future, and where you can capitalize on knocking shoulders with different people, places, and faces that are just as future oriented as you are, Aquarius rising. All right, let's get into the month that is June. I think we're all going to look back on this month quite fondly in the future. On the 6th, Venus ingresses into Taurus, into your fourth house until July 4. So just under 4 weeks, Venus is going into your fourth house. This is really nice. Venus in domicile in Taurus, where she functions very well. This is her jam, if you will. Venus's zodiac signs are Taurus and Libra. Or when she's in the natal fourth house of rest and home and sleep and family, and she's well positioned in Taurus, this is a really nice transit that you can benefit from in creating harmony. Where you stand out at the end of the day, do you need to buy new bedding, a new bed, new cooking utensils, a bathrobe, light incense, get some nice feng shui ornaments? Venus and Taurus will encourage you to bring in bring into your abode beauty and flow and aesthetics that are pleasing to the eye and to the five senses. So this transit from the 6th of June to July 4, Venus is bringing, she's the planet of bringing things that are harmonious to us. So you could be getting an influx of love, bringing in new family members, bringing in new 3D objects that really do lift up your home, be it a new bath, a new color palette. You get the picture. Venus only wants to bring in beautiful things into your home life. So it's a fantastic transit for enjoying family get togethers, renovating the home, going down ancestral rabbit holes. Venus loves looking through photo albums. It's a really nice transit when Venus blesses your home life from the 6th of June to July 4th. Enjoy it. On the 8th of June, Mercury conjuncts Jupiter. This would be a really auspicious day for purchasing a luxury item, something that really ticks your boxes on the 8th of June when Mercury conjuncts Jupiter. Then Mercury will ingress into Cancer, into your natal 6th house until the 26th of June. Interesting transit. When Mercury's in that natal 6th house, your focus is on your body, your health, your daily routines, services, and work. From the 8th of June to the 26th of June, it's a very busy period for you as an Aquarius rising sign. So take your vitamins, make sure you're eating good food, keeping yourself nice and grounded, because Mercury's got some ideas for you from the 8th of June to the 26th of June to travel, to move, to get into the body, connect with many different people, places, and faces. So, busy time coming up for you from the 8th of June to the 26th of June when Mercury is transiting in Cancer in your natal 6th house. Okay, moving on to the 9th of June. Speaking of movement, Jupiter ingresses into your natal 6th house of Cancer until June 30, 2026. So this is a really long transit for Jupiter in your natal 6th house, where Mercury is just ingressed until the 26th of June. Okay, now Jupiter's exalted in Cancer, very well placed in this zodiac sign. So what does this transit indicate for the Aquarius rising signs? Because it's a big one and a very auspicious transit. We get it once every 12 years, Jupiter exalted in Cancer. So your 6th house is things that are familiar to you, like your pets, like your kids, like your job, like your toothbrush, your cooking utensils. These are all things that are familiar to us. Work, services, where we give a lot of our time and effort. It can be very thankless, but that's the 6th house. And Jupiter will be here for over 12 months, from the 9th of June to the 30th of June 2026. So that's 6 hours of the daily grind, things that are habitual to us. When Jupiter's exalted here, things become really easy and quite bountiful and beneficial. So things that are mundane to us, we'll think Jupiter brings in something auspicious here. So a new pet, a new family member, a new job, a new service that benefits us. Our health improves. Our bodies and vitality improve to get a job done. It's a beautiful transit with Jupiter in the 6th house. The natal 6th house is the more dense house of life. When we want to go, oh, where's the excitement? And the 6th house is really not that exciting. But when Jupiter's exalted here in Cancer, then the daily stuff and what we find almost second hat is really quite abundant and joyful. So your everyday experience, if you will, from the 9th of June to the 30th of June 2026 is lighter, easier, happier. Jupiter brings things to us that benefit us. So you think of your daily life, well, you're about to have blessings brought to you that make your daily life just that more easier to cope with. Wonderful transit with Jupiter in your natal 6th house exalted from the 9th of June to the 30th of June 2026. Enjoy it. We also have retrograde Pluto going off with Venus. So we know Venus is doing really well in your 4th house, really ticking your boxes in the comfort zone and doing things behind closed doors. But we've got retrograde Pluto in your 1st house of Aquarius squaring her. So what is this about? It's could be particularly crunchy. Something that you want to begin or really put your heart and soul in on this day is maybe clashing up with a family commitment, or trying to have some quiet time or alone time on the 9th of June can be a little bit for you when Venus squares retrograde Pluto in your first house of Aquarius. And we also have Mercury squaring off with your chart ruler Saturn and Neptune. Yeah. Now we know Mercury's really got you fired up and really quite energetic from the 8th of June to the 26th of June. But when Mercury squares your chart ruler, Saturn and Neptune, this could be really hard to get up and go. So this can be a day where on the 9th of June, we know that Jupiter's ingressing into Cancer, its zodiac sign of exaltation. That's wonderful. But also on the 9th of June, I think we've got a bit of lethargy, plans not coming together organically. So it can be pretty hard going. So deep breaths. Life isn't perfect, and the 9th of June reminds us of that. So watch out for lethargy, you doing what you want to do, and for some reason it just seems to be all too hard for things to come together with well-laid plans. Deep breaths. Oh, what a breath of fresh air. On the 11th of June, we've got a full moon in Sagittarius lighting up your 11th house. This one's at 20 degrees, our first lunation of the month. Beautiful full moon. Sagittarius, go, 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 talk, 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 adventure, fun, happening. It's all happening in Sagittarius. Lighting up your 11th house of friends, networking, social gatherings, your dreams, your hopes, alliances. Couldn't be better on the 11th of June when we've got a jolly full moon in Sagittarius, ruled by that exalted Jupiter in Cancer in your 6th house. What a day for all of us. What is going on here for you, Aquarius rising signs, is a friend, someone that you socially connect with, really inspires you. It's the hug that you need if you haven't seen each other for a long time. It's just the thing you need going to a bar or going and seeing a concert together. The 11th of June, get out there, enjoy life with your friends, people that make you laugh. Do things that make you really feel connected with community on the 11th of June. You'll be so glad that you did. Expect really good news. From the 13th to the 16th of June, you could be having some DMs on this day with relationships in your life about home, family, relocating, things that you do in private. You're having some deep and meaningfuls between the 13th and 16th of June, trying to work out where you live, what needs to happen in a home, and how significant relationships in your life are a key part and making things just so. So interesting 3 days of the month with Uranus squaring Mars from the 13th to the 16th of June. We have to have those talks, Aquarius rising signs. On the 17th, Mars ingresses into Virgo, lighting up your 8th house until the 6th of August. So Mars, the planet of aggression and action, is in your house of shared finances, death, and inheritance. That's a pretty dense house, the 8th house. It's the reality house that a lot of people don't really like to engage with. We want to hear light and fluffy stuff. Where's the fun? But the 8th house is small. Let's get down to brass tacks and talk about money, inheritances, and death. Okay? And Mars, the planet of action and aggression, and the house of death and shared resources and inheritance, things can get really heated here between the 17th and 6th of August. Okay? What to expect? Well, people that have a financial interest with you could be quite bulldogish. They want to rally in finances. Anything that's financially connected to you will be factored into their plans. So expect changes financially with this transit from the 17th of June to the 6th of August. Death and inheritance. These are two subjects in the eighth house that are pretty tricky to talk about. But with Mars in the house of death, then you could be putting to rest a mortgage, a financial commitment. You could be severing a contract here from the 17th of June to the 6th of August. Inheritance, yeah. Well, Mars, when it's in Virgo, when we're talking about inheritance, is going to be dealing with life policies, insurance papers, when Mars is in Virgo from the 17th of June to the 6th of August. On the 21st, the Sun ingresses into Cancer, joining Jupiter and Mercury in your natal sixth house of go, 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 chop wood, carry water, until the 22nd of July. So the Sun, when it transits in that sixth house of the daily routine, health, work, service, labour, sickness, illness, where we just chop wood, carry water, the Sun brings life to that house, where we get kernel-like. We get on top of the daily routines. We feel inspired to get structured, get committed, have a plan. So expect your daily routines to be more focused when the Sun's in Cancer in your natal sixth house, where you want to streamline your life. So you might really be turning it up a gear when the Sun is in Cancer in your natal sixth house from the 21st of June to the 22nd of July. You want to know how to execute plans on the daily without any obstacles, and you are focused on getting things just right there. Really nice transit. The 24th, the Sun conjuncts Jupiter. Beautiful. This is the most optimistic day of the year with the Sun conjunct Jupiter, but Jupiter's exalted in Cancer. Wonderful. Something that really does emotionally tick your boxes is available on the 24th of June. A new job, a new pet, a new service that you've been dying to connect with happens on the 24th of June. Expect good news when the Sun conjuncts Jupiter in your natal sixth house. Really quite lovely, Aquarius rising signs. Moving on to the 25th of June, we have a new moon in Cancer at 4 degrees in your natal sixth house, where Jupiter is and Mercury. This can feel particularly busy, this new beginning, but it's an emotional one. It is a new moon. So you might be making plans to change something up with your environment, a new home, a new start for a mother. Can also be a new work environment, something that's habitual to you, that natal sixth house, which is all very mundane, but you've got a new beginning here. The moon's in domicile in Cancer, Jupiter's exalted in Cancer, you've got Mercury in Cancer. Yeah, I'm really getting something quite beneficial for you beginning on the 25th of June in the house of the mundane. And then you think of a brand new beginning. When the moon's in domicile, Jupiter's exalted. This bodes well for relocation, a new home, a new work environment, a new service that benefits you, or a new relationship regarding you as a parent with a child, or beginning a new journey with a mother. Beautiful new moon on the 25th of June. Enjoy it. On the 26th, Mercury leaves Cancer, your natal sixth house, and ingresses into your natal seventh house of Leo until the 2nd of September. Oh, yeah. This is a big transit. I really like this one with Mercury and Leo. It's good. So your natal seventh house, Aquarius rising signs, is trining your third house where your chart ruler Saturn is in Aries. This is a really good transit for you from the 26th of June to the 2nd of September. So relationships and other people benefit you. This is going to be a new teacher, a new travel opportunity, a new environment, a new start for a sibling. A significant partner in your life gets the green light to travel or expand and grow. That benefits both of you. A new contract lands that really helps you get motoring from the 26th to the 2nd of September. Expect this transit to be go, go, go. That benefits you significantly because Mercury is trining your chart ruler in the third house from the 26th of June to the 2nd of September. What I do like mostly about Mercury and Leo is that Mercury can speak from the heart. So you'll be having some really quite deep and meaningful with relationships and people in your life that you are connected with or want to partner up with. It's also extremely good with Mercury and Leo to plan travel trips, plan events with those near and dear to you, go to concerts, theatre, performances. This also bodes really well for just a fun time with people in your life because Mercury in that natal seventh house of Leo is trining your chart ruler Saturn in Aries in your third house. So there could be a lot of travel and movement going on with you and other people and relationships in your life. Really auspicious transit. Enjoy it. The last 2 days of the month, the 29th to the 30th, fantastic days for really getting down to brass tacks and communicating about your needs and relationships needs in your life. So I liken these 2 days as give yourself time and the significant relationship in your life time to sit down and talk things out. These 2 days are about let's communicate, let's get down to brass tacks. What do we need to talk about regarding our plans moving forward? So a relationship or other people in your life between the 29th and 30th of June needs some attention, needs communication. So prepare yourself for DMs and going down rabbit holes, deep and meaningfuls between the 29th and 30th of June. Time to talk. Thanks, Aquarius rising signs, for listening to your astrology of June 2025 with your Cosmic Girl. I trust you have yourself a fabulous month. If you have any inquiries astrologically, I can be contacted at cosmicgirl101@protonmail.com. Till next time, stay cosmic.